All right, guys, so it's been a hot minute since BLM has had something to protest about because apparently, for whatever reason, unarmed black men being indiscriminately shot and killed in the street by white police officers has disappeared, right? You guys remember during 2020, there was video after video after video of unarmed black men being killed by the police that fueled the 2020 George Floyd riot / BLM protest that just so happened to benefit the Democrats right before the election. And as soon as the election was over and Joe Biden won, it seemed like that problem went away, right? Voila, police brutality was solved. However, the BLM activists / woke revolutionaries, they need to keep fundraising off of the grip because that's what it is. And they desperately need another George Floyd situation to reignite the woke movement that has faded because a lot of people have figured out that BLM was / is a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme, okay? Because the idiots that supported this movement actually sent their money to these woke organizations have figured out that they weren't sending their money to help the black community. They were actually sending their money to make the alleged communist, Patrisse Cullors, and her bandit of lesbians running that so-called nonprofit rich, right? They got rich, they made money. Patrisse Cullors is now basically retired, and you have some other grifters running the BLM nonprofit now, okay? You have some other people running that, okay? But again, they're desperately looking for another George Floyd, okay? Because they need to keep raising money, and they believe that they have another George Floyd incident, and this incident right here that happens to involve Patrisse Cullors' alleged cousin, and I'm using that loosely here, who goes by the name of Keenan Anderson, who died after interacting with police in Los Angeles after what was allegedly a hit and run. He ended up getting arrested by police. We're gonna play the video here so you guys can see it. And then he got tased like 4 times. They took him to the hospital, and he later died, allegedly, of cardiac arrest at the hospital later. So, unsurprisingly, the woke revolutionary activists, because they got to make some money off this, they're crying foul and saying that the police murdered this guy, even though that's not the case. This guy had plenty of opportunities to live, and I'm going to get into that. But first, I want to play news clips so you guys can get a better understanding of what's going on here and what happened with this situation. Take a look.
Developing this morning, new details on the death of a D.C. teacher in Los Angeles. Police there confirming Keenan Anderson died after officers tased him. Jess Arnold has been digging into this story. She joins us live from Digital Pioneers Academy in Southeast D.C., where Anderson was a teacher. Jess, good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah, the Academy put out a statement last night saying that 31-year-old Keenan Anderson was an English teacher here. They say that he was visiting family in Los Angeles when he died, and they're devastated that he's never coming back. These were some of Keenan Anderson's final moments in Los Angeles on January 3rd. LA police say they were responding to a call for a hit and run in which Anderson was reported to have caused the crash and run away.
I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir.
LAPD body cameras show officers eventually moving in to try to arrest him. Body cam video then shows officers using a taser on him 4 times in 33 seconds. We're not showing you the full tasing out of respect for his family. Paramedics took Anderson to the hospital, where he later went into cardiac arrest and died.
Unclear what role the physical struggle with the officers and the use of the taser played in his unfortunate death.
Say his name.
Keenan Anderson.
Activists are demanding accountability. Co-founder of Black Lives Matter LA, Patrisse Cullors, posted on Instagram that Anderson was her cousin, showing a picture of him with his 6-year-old. This is her co-founder, Melina Abdullah.
Keenan Anderson said, "They're trying to George Floyd me. They're trying to George Floyd me." And guess what happened? They did.
Back in D.C., the principal of Digital Pioneers Academy, where Anderson taught, shared a statement saying, "Another talented, beautiful black soul is gone too soon." Now, this is the 3rd time that LAPD officers have been involved in someone's death so far this year. So the chief said that he will be thoroughly reviewing each incident. That is not much comfort, though, to the school community here. Coming up at 6:30, we'll tell you about the other tragedies that this school has faced in just the last few months. Guys.
Yeah, so part of the reason why I chose to use that specific news report is because of just how many details they left out of what actually happened. Like, if you just watch that as a normie, you would think that, oh, wow, they killed this man, right? They killed this man. This is another George Floyd. But that's not what happened. They didn't mention the fact that this guy was involved in an alleged hit and run, okay, in which he basically hit another vehicle and then allegedly tried to get in another person's vehicle to drive off. He also had cocaine and marijuana in his system as well, too. They conveniently leave that out. And he also was resisting arrest and running away from police officers when they were basically trying to calm him down and to figure out what was going on, which is exactly what we're going to see in the body cam footage. Now, I'm going to play the body cam footage up until the point where they actually start to get violent with him because YouTube doesn't like that. Now, if you guys want to see the whole thing, I will post a link to it in the description. So if you guys want to watch it, you can watch it there. But I'm only going to play it up until the point where they start to actually get violent with him and right before they tase him. And then we're going to go from there. But you guys are going to see that, again, this is just another situation where if you just comply, then you won't die. And I would argue that police didn't actually kill him. It was probably a totality of the circumstances, just like what happened with George Floyd. But again, let's go ahead and get into this.
Side here. Get on the street. Hey, stop right there. Get up against the wall.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Get up against the wall.
Please, sir, I didn't mean to.
Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall real quick.
Please.
Okay,
Please,
hold on
God.
a second.
Please,
Hold on
sir,
a
I didn't
second.
mean to, sir, please.
Hold on,
Please.
okay?
I'm sorry.
Mary 156, show me Code 6 on a TC not involved.
Please.
We're going to be Venice, west of Lincoln.
Oh, my
One
God.
possible DUI driver. I get additional units, please.
The car.
Okay, what happened?
I lost my key.
You lost your key?
Yes. I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir. Please, don't, please,
Okay,
sir.
do me a favor,
My-
sit
hey,
in
please.
here. Hey,
Sir, please.
sit down on your butt and sit with your legs crossed. Sit
Somebody-
with your
they're
legs
gonna try to
crossed.
kill me, sir.
Sit with your legs
Please.
crossed.
They're going to try to kill me, please.
Who's trying to kill you?
I had a stunt today.
What?
I had a stunt today, sir.
You
I
had
need to.
you had what?
A stunt. Like, no, that's a car.
Okay, what car were you driving?
BMW.
The BMW.
They're going to try to put stuff in my car.
Who's trying to put stuff in your car?
They're going to try to. Please.
Stay down for me. Hey,
Please.
hey, stay
Please.
here. Stay here.
Sir, I need
Stay
some water.
here.
Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Please.
Just have a seat up against the wall there,
Yes, sir.
okay? Have a seat against the wall.
Sir,
Have a seat against the wall here.
Everybody got to see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want
against
to
the
be in the
wall
black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can sit
Please,
right there
sir.
then.
So, as you can see up until this point, this guy's not following any orders, okay? He won't shut up. He's clearly intoxicated, something in the system. I mean, we know cocaine, okay? So this guy is high off of cocaine and marijuana, which means he's under the influence. So he's driving under the influence, just crashed into another vehicle, right, and try to run. Apparently also tried to take another person's vehicle as well, too. And he won't listen to police. I mean, again, this guy, all he had to do is just comply, and, you know, none of this other stuff would have happened.
If you want to be seen,
I don't
sit
wanna
right
sit
there.
No, I don't want to sit right there.
Sit right there if you want to have somebody see you.
Please.
Okay?
And also on top of that, he seems to be brainwashed by the woke rhetoric that police officers, white police officers out here indiscriminately killing black men in the street, which is probably making him overreact to the situation, which is entirely the fault of the BLM movement, right? It's their fault because he should not be overreacting like this simply because the police are trying to get him to calm down and figure out what's going on. I mean, unless he's trying to get away because he just committed a crime. That also could be it as well, too. But it seems to me that he's been brainwashed into thinking that his life somehow is in danger right now because he's interacting with police.
Please.
Just sit down for me a second here, okay?
Please, look, sir.
Sit down for me. Sit down.
You're putting a thing on me.
Sit down.
Making
I'm
me
not
hot.
putting anything. Come here.
Please.
Sit down over here.
This officer has been extremely patient. I mean, how many times has this officer told this man to sit down? Like 10 or 20 times, and he just won't do it.
Please.
I don't want you in the road. Come here. I don't want you in the road.
I don't want you to get hit. I don't want you to get hurt. But again, these evil police officers tried to kill this guy, according to the BLM activists.
Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Please. Please.
Come here.
See, running away. Clearly, running away.
Now, get down over there.
And then he got to turn up. And then he
Turn
got to
over
turn
on your
up.
stomach right now. Turn over on your stomach right now. Turn over.
Yes.
Turn over.
Yes, sir.
Over on your stomach. Get over on your stomach.
Hold on. Okay, please.
And then he tried to get up. All right, so at this point, basically they grab him and then they go to get him on the ground. They tell him to turn over multiple times. He didn't comply, and he tried to run away. Police gave this man plenty of opportunity to live, to walk out of this situation peacefully, or put it this way, without having to be forcefully arrested the way he was, and he just didn't do it. But here comes the spin, though. Here comes the spin. With no facts, all narrative, all feelings, all emotion, right? This guy, he tweets, the LAPD murdered Keenan Anderson, a beloved high school English teacher and father who flagged them down for help after a car accident. He was a threat to no one. He needed help and it cost him his life. The LAPD must be held accountable for this at all costs. Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, just no facts. All narrative, all feelings. No facts. Qasim Rashid says, Keenan Anderson, a 31-year-old high school teacher and father, stopped LA police for help after an accident. They instead cuffed him, pinned him, and tased him repeatedly as he begged them to stop. Keenan died of cardiac arrest from excessive tasing. His crime, asking police for help. So they're trying to say that he was killed by police from excessive tasing, which they don't have any proof or evidence of. In my opinion, I think the most likely result or cause of death is a totality of the circumstances, in the sense that this person allegedly had cocaine and weed in his system and getting tased. And I think probably the shock that he was in from just being in a situation high on drugs, I think all those things probably contributed to him going into cardiac arrest. Okay. I think that that's the most reasonable explanation. This guy says, as that black man was being lynched by the police, he hearkened back to when he watched the police lynch another black man. Keenan Darnell Anderson said, quote, they're trying to George Floyd me. Keenan turned George Floyd's name into a verb, an adjective, and a political plea for help. Yeah, because it seems to me in that moment he wanted to be like George Floyd. His goal was to be like George Floyd because he kept resisting arrest. He didn't just chill out and do what the officers told him to do in the first place. He kept running away after he allegedly had committed a hit and run. Again, he's high on drugs. He didn't comply. And that's why this happened. I mean, what else do you want police to do? You want them to let a man that committed a hit and run just keep running around high out of his mind? Who knows what else he might do? I mean, at that point, he was a dangerous person. And I'm not trying to say this from a place of meanness or a disregard for his life. It's sad that he lost his life, but it's his fault. I mean, I don't know, like, how in the world can you objectively look at a situation like this and think, oh, yeah, police were in the wrong here, right? I mean, if you have all the facts, I mean, these people don't care about all the facts. And even if they had all the facts, they ignore them, that the ones that are inconvenient to the narrative they're trying to push. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. But I actually do get it. What it is that they're desperate for another George Floyd. They want more money. They need more money. The donations have dried up. The movement has dried up. And they're looking for just another guy to, be a martyr, right? That they can put on the woke altar and say, hey, look, this guy was, killed by police because he was black. And that way they can raise more money off of it. Again, it's a shame because responsible people will be telling their constituents that, hey, don't resist arrest. Don't be high on coke and weed while driving. Don't engage in hit and runs. Listen to police, and this doesn't happen to you. That is what people would say in response to a situation like this in a sane society, but unfortunately, we don't live in a sane society. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.